Let's go.
Every offseason is different. How was this past offseason different than the others?
It was more enjoyable because we had more continuity off last year's team going into this year. We had 5 guys that played a big part of our success last year coming back.
I think last year was definitely a special year. I think it was a stepping stone for us. I think it didn't end the way we wanted it to end. So this year we're just looking to go further.
Yeah, for me, I felt like it was the best offseason I had since I've been in college. Not only individually, but as a team as well. I mean, from the first time we got back here and started competing, it was high intensity. Everybody was just competing very hard and just wanted to win.
The continuity that provides us was incredibly important, and it gave us something to build around with freshmen and then transfers out of the portal to build this team that we have going into this year.
Front!
So you could tell there was a different energy around the program, and it's definitely, I feel like we've been attacking it the same way since we got here, and everybody is on the same page about what we want to get done.
1, 2, 3, Gators!
Yeah, and honestly, I'm good with the get tight there too, like if he's recovering, but you needed to go over there, low on the open side, pick and roll, boom, you go, stop the ball like you did, okay? Hey, you gotta get even more here, because if he goes, boom, he pops and he comes to the screen, I'm gonna just slip right through there. You gotta get all the way, yeah. Ball pressure, Sam, ball pressure, good.
He uses a word a lot, and it's belief. He has a great belief in not only himself, but in what he's teaching, and that belief siphons down to the players that he coaches. He believes in what he's doing, the system that he's running. He believes in the coaches that he's hired, and he believes he makes the right decision relative to the personnel he's brought to this team.
Good defense. Good job on the one-on-one. Good job. Stay down. Good feet. Sam, I need pressure, Sam.
Coach Golden coaching style is very chill, very laid back, but very smart and analytical.
2 things on that also. Zell, as soon as he passes you, all right, so Tommy's talking to you, stay up, boom, then we got to get out this way, all right, in case he stays in the corner. And then all you got to get great ball pressure so he can't pick that pass, okay?
People say players coach, but I genuinely believe he's a players coach. I mean, he wants the best for all his players, and with him, he's played basketball, so you can connect with him.
How's that new ride, bro? How's that new whip? That's what I want to drive when I grow up,
Come on.
He wants to win just as bad as anybody I know, so for me, I would just say he's one of those coaches that you can play and have fun for, just going out there and putting that jersey on.
Yes, sir.
What you see on a day-to-day basis with him on the court during practice, his engagement with all these guys on a personal level, it's a different kind of relationship. Now, again, he's younger, so he can maybe relate to these guys. He said at his press conference here, he listens to the same music as the players that he's going to be coaching. There's nothing he's done that he hasn't said he was going to do. He said he was going to come here and build on the reputation that this Florida basketball program had built from years before. He said he was going to recruit internationally. There's players from 4 different continents on this roster right now. He said he was going to play through bigs. They got size and they got guards who can score, and it's the personnel is the vision with which he foresaw for this program.
The biggest difference going into this year, I think, is just we got a little bit more experience with some guys who've been on the team. I think everybody's going to be ready for every game.
Going into the 23-24 season, remember, Todd Golden is coming off a year where they were 16-17. It was just the second losing season for this program in the last 25 years. So everyone's going, okay, well, is it going to be another one of those? Well, what Todd did after that 16-17 season, he rebuilt.
It is the Jumpman Invitational, and Florida Gators take on the Michigan Wolverines.
The Jumpman Classic at Charlotte last year. Florida stared them down up there in a game where things weren't really going their way per se. And it ended up winning the game in double overtime. It was part of a 6-game winning streak to end the non-conference schedule and heading into the SEC with a little momentum.
My biggest takeaway from last season is probably that every night is going to be a game. no matter who you're facing.
Greetings tonight from Rupp Arena in Lexington, Kentucky.
The game, I think, that really turned the tide for this program was at Kentucky in Lexington.
Clayton in transition for three. Bang! Whoa! What a shot. The lead is for Florida. 71-70.
Walter Clayton hits a huge three-pointer right at the end of regulation to force overtime. 24,000 people in Lexington.
Pulling to Clayton. Clayton pump fake, fires for three up top. Good! Ties the game at 84.
And the Gators stared down the Cats and won that game.
I think last season helped me grow by just gaining the experience, being in the SEC and playing against the SEC teams, getting used to the physicality and speed of the game at high major level.
And kind of the trajectory of the team from there on was really, really good. They kind of found their identity as a team that could score with anybody.
How is this team different than the one you participated with last year that ended up with what I thought it was a very nice season?
Yeah.
How is this group different?
Last year's team was great, but I feel like this year's team, we complement each other in so many more ways. I mean, we all have fun playing together. We're all competitive. I mean, practices is basically a war, so I mean, it's always competitive with those guys, and we all want to win, so it's definitely different out there.
All right, well, Richard, let's give him let's call him the OG for Todd Golden, because he was his first signee when he got here. This is an elite offensive player when it comes to shooting the basketball.
Top of the arc, tees up a deep three. Boom! Got that!
I'd probably say I'm able to do a lot on the court, whether it's shooting, rebounding, defending. Just being that leader on the court, I feel like I'm an energizer. I try to get the guys going.
Officials, I'm not sure what. Wing right three, down for Walter Clayton. That's a big momentum breaker there for the Gators.
This is a very elite basketball player, especially with the ball in his hands.
I think I'm a versatile player, doing whatever the team needs, whether that's scoring the ball, passing the ball, just trying to be a good teammate.
Obviously, it starts with Walt and Will. I think those two guys specifically, just kind of the loyalty, that they've displayed to this program in the new era of college basketball. For both those guys, they wanted to be Gators, and I think that's something that should always be remembered about both of them.
Left, lobs to the rim, alley-oop dunk thrown down by Condon.
Well, pitcher, I call him, he looks like a pterodactyl when he's flying through the air sometimes, the way he blocks shots. I think he blocked a shot in at least 20 games last year. But this is a guy whose father was a all-star Australian rules football player down under. That Australian rules football mentality carries over and makes him a competitor who does not back down to anybody.
Yeah, I think we're an even better team than last year. We gelled together well, and we're excited for the season.
Alex is kind of the returning guy that had the most on-court success in the front court last year, and we need him to step up and play a bigger role for us, and Tommy the same.
Thomas spins twice 360, now drives down the lane, plays it up and in. He beat Walters.
I think Alex played 22 minutes a night last year. Tommy was around 15 or something like that. Both will play a lot for us this year.
Get pass, toss one to the top Dabertine. Drive to the rim, punched it in with a tomahawk right hand dunk.
And Denzel, again, like in a similar sense to Kondo, we need Denzel to go from being, maybe going to be playing to a guy that's probably going to be playing around 20 minutes a night. And I think both those guys are ready to kind of take that jump.
What have you learned about Elijah Martin, Coach?
He's going to be a really good player for us, but I think that the area that he helps us more than anything is just like toughness, accountability, consistency.
I could do everything on the court. I could defend guards, defend wings, defend bigs. I could dribble, I could shoot, I could pass.
Ruben Chinyelu he's a star in the making.
One of the best rebounders I've been around, a guy that other teams will get tired of competing against. I think Sam is one of the most talented players on our team. Being a young junior, he just turned 20. He's a guy that we think will be really, really good in our orange and blue uniform.
Yeah. I was gonna say, you did a great job, right? You got there, but when you hit, especially in this lane line, when you hit, get out of there. That's when you get a quick dunk. On the other one, you open up.
Have you reached the point now where you're tired of practicing and playing against each other?
I can't wait to play somebody different. It's a war every time during practice, so I can't wait to get against somebody else.
Like a champion. Gators on 3, 1, 2, 3.